Doctors, is the daily grind making you feel trapped and undervalued? The clock is ticking, and in 2025 could be your last chance to escape this cycle. In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan your exit strategy, reclaim your freedom before it is too late. I'm Dr. Simone Ellis, and I retired at 40 after selling my dental practice for multiple millions. But here's the thing, I wasn't always on the path to financial freedom. I know exactly what it feels like to be overwhelmed and uncertain about the future. And over the years, I've helped dozens of doctors break free from the grind and create their own paths towards financial independence. And so now it is your turn. In this video, I'm going to share you the exact strategies you need to plan your exit from the grind and create a future of freedom and abundance. By the end of this video, you should have a clear roadmap on how to make 2025 your year to take control of your time, your finances, and your life. Docs, let's face it, we are conditioned to give everything to our careers, but at what cost? If you want to take control of your future and plan your exit strategy, it all starts with your mindset. And that's why I've created the Freedom Flight Plan. This is going to be your steps to your 2025 exit strategy. I want you to think of this roadmap from you breaking free from the grind and designing the life that you truly love. So the first step, let's pack these bags. For me, it was the realization that this did not happen overnight. And I remember the days where I was running on fumes, juggling endless patient demands, staff conflicts that I felt like would never end, and the personal life was barely, I was holding together with my loved ones, with my exes, and even myself. I felt like I was giving everything to everyone and everyone else and nothing left for me. And the final breaking point came during a particular overwhelming week. I was sitting at my office. I remember I was late night. I was surrounded by all these unfinished charts and endless to-do lists. And I looked around and I was thinking to myself, is this it? I had worked so hard to build my career, but at that moment, I was realizing that I was living a life that did not truly, feel full. And sure, I had achieved so many professional goals. I had gotten the awards, but I could not shake that feeling that I was missing out on what life was supposed to be like, the parts that were rich and meaningful. And that's when I knew I had to make a change. And so I started asking myself harder questions. And one that came to mind was, am I living a full life or just a busy one? And that single thought shifted everything for me. And it wasn't easy, but it helped me to see that my time was needing to start preparing for a new journey, a journey that started with me changing how I was thinking about my career or my time or my worth. And if you're feeling the same way, I want this to be a sign to you. I want you to start packing your bags for this life of freedom and abundance that you are listening to, because I want you to imagine what is waiting for you when you create that space of balance, joy, and fulfillment. So remember, the first thing we got to do is start packing our bags in this Freedom Flight Plan. And this is all about shifting your mindset from the scarcity mindset to abundance. As doctors, we are trained to approach life with caution because we have to constantly do risk assessments. We always have to be thinking about worst case scenarios and prioritizing everyone else's needs over my own or over your own. But this mindset often bleeds into our personal lives because it makes us feel like there's never enough. We never have enough time. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough energy. And to make an exit strategy a reality, you have to challenge that thinking. I love the concept from Carol Dweck's book, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. And what it does is it talks about the difference between a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. So a fixed mindset, it keeps you stuck. You're thinking only of what you're capable of, about what you already know. But the growth mindset, well, this is where the magic happens because it opens the doors of possibilities and creativity and solutions. So for me, it meant shifting from asking, what if I fail to what if I succeed? It also meant that challenging myths that we tell ourselves as doctors. For many of us, we believe that our identity is actually tied to this profession. But let me tell you, you are so much more than that title. I actually kind of hate sometimes when people call me doctor when I'm outside of work, because I'm like, oh my God, that means you want something. It's so much more to me than just that title. And here's an interesting study. According to the Journal of American Medical Associations, burnout rates amongst doctors are over 40%, and they are the key contributing factor to the sense of feeling trapped by our profession. So that means that we are feeling like we are in jail just by our title. And if we start shifting our mindset to more of an abundant mindset, it'll allow you to see endless possibilities beyond medicine. And it starts with us changing small changes like exploring other income streams or even learning new skills outside of our field. So the first step I want you guys to take seriously, I need you to ask yourself this question: what is holding me back from packing my bags to a better future? Is it fear? Is it guilt? And you want to acknowledge it, but don't let it stop you, because your journey to freedom starts when you believe it's possible. As doctors, it is wild that we get caught up in limiting beliefs, because we are a part of miracles every single day. And I know it's overwhelming wearing all of those hats that we do. It is exhausting, but here's the thing. We are holding too tight to that doctor's hat and letting it define who we are. The reality is that we are so much more than our titles. And it's time for us to change our own perspective the same way we challenge possibilities for our patients. The moments that we let go of this tight grip, we can start to see the bigger picture, and we can unlock freedom to design the life that is full of fulfillment and abundant. You don't want to just dream it. You got to start believing it and actually start living it. Once I started to shift my mindset, I felt like I opened a whole new door of new ways of thinking. But that was just the beginning, because the truth is, knowing that you want to change is one thing, but figuring out how to make it happen, well, that's where the stuff gets real. So for me, the next step was figuring out exactly where I wanted to go and how I wanted to get there. And let me tell y'all, that was not easy, because I remember sitting at my desk looking at my finances, my practice numbers, my to-do list, and I was feeling completely overwhelmed. And I was feeling like I was trying to navigate through a storm really without like a guide or a map. And I had to ask myself some more hard questions. What do I really want out of life? Like, how much money do I comfortably need to live with? What steps do I need to take to start creating other streams of income? And it was scary, but I realized I could not just wing it. I needed a plan and I needed a roadmap. And so that's when I started to chart my own course. In our destination, you have to chart your own course. I broke everything down into small, manageable steps. All right, so let me first start with assessing my finances. Then let me find out where I can invest. Let me create a vision for what my life I wanted. Because here's the thing, no one was going to create that destination map for me. I had to design it myself. So that is where my second step comes in our Freedom Flight Plan. You have to chart your course. And it's all about creating clear and financial strategic roadmaps so you know exactly how to move from where you are to where you want to be. And trust me, it will take time to map out this path, but once you start to do it, it's gonna feel a lot less intimidating. So docs, I want you to start charting your course, because we have to start creating a roadmap that's gonna help you turn your dreams into achievable steps. When I decided to leave dentistry, I thought it was all about figuring out how much I needed to save. But the truth is that there was so much more to consider. It took me time. I had a few missteps. I had to figure it out. And let me show you the 3 key lessons that I learned when I was trying to chart that course, and how I can help you kind of make that a better charting course for freedom. The first one was profitability. I needed to maximize the value of my practice. So the first thing I had to do was figure out profitability. For doctors, this isn't just about your earning now, but what can you maximize the value of your practice or your career before you step away? And I sat down with my financial advisor after years of feeling stuck and overwhelmed, thinking, how can I make this work? And what I realized was that my practice wasn't the source of my daily income. It was just an asset. So by focusing on increasing it in value through patient retention or optimizing systems or high value services, I was able to sell it for multiple millions and then fund the next phase of my life. So doctors, your practice is one of your biggest opportunities for profitability. And whether you are planning on selling it or just to reduce your hours, you want to take time to maximize it in value before you transition. The next step is your timeline, and you want to break down the process. One of the biggest mistakes I see doctors doing is making them think that they can figure it out all at once. And trust me, y'all, trying to do that is overwhelming and it's unnecessary. So I had for me to break it down into phases. First, I focus on increasing the value of my practice. So learning business, increasing systems and strategies, investing in coaching, things that were going to help me get to the next level. Then I started to explore my passive income streams, where I started working with influence brands and companies and other ways to make more passive income. And then finally, I mapped out how and when I would exit, because having a clear timeline gave me more focus and confidence. So doctors, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about your exit as a journey and not a single destination. When do you want to start reducing your clinical hours? When do you want to sell your practice? And what do you need to do to make these goals a possibility? And a step-by-step timeline can help you transform what feels like a dream into a realistic plan. Finally, charting your course isn't just about the numbers. It is about creating the life that reflects your vision. And so for me, it meant asking myself, what do I want my life to look like beyond dentistry? And I didn't want to just sit at home or fill my time with meaningless work. I wanted to travel, I wanted to coach, and I wanted to help others design their paths for their freedom. That was the vision that became like my North Star. So doctors, take some time to reflect on what matters most to you. Is it spending time with your family? Is it exploring a passion that you put on the back burner because it took us forever to get out of school? Or maybe it's traveling the world like your girl. Whatever it is, your exit strategy should align with the vision, because your financial freedom means nothing if it doesn't bring you joy. Charting your course is more than just the numbers. It is about creating a plan that's profitable, realistic, and deeply personal. And if you're wondering how to set strategic goals and build this roadmap, I dive deeper in our video, 5 strategic goals every doctor must set for 2025. Be sure to check out that video because it will help you take the next steps on your journey. Because I need you to remember that no one can create this roadmap for you but you. And when you take the time to chart out your course, you're going to be amazed at how clear and exciting your path to freedom can be. It is unfortunate that so many of us do not start looking at life beyond the chair until we are closer to the grave. You know, we get older, we're about to retire, and now we're like, oh, what's life gonna look like? And we've been giving our best years to being of service, which is definitely noble, but often cost us our family and our friends and memories that we could have made. And I have so many moments that I felt like I was robbed, or I robbed myself of these opportunities. I'm just not willing to do that anymore. And now I take a break when I need to. I sleep when my body craves it. And I prioritize the things that matter, like taking care of myself and seeing this world that I'm so blessed to live in. Because at the end of the day, that is what life is about. It's not just about surviving. It is about truly living. Doctors, if you are ready to take the next steps and truly design a life that you deserve, I want to help you get there. And through my coaching programs, I help so many doctors like you shift their mindset, build actionable strategies, and create exit plans that lead them to freedom and fulfillment. So I want you to imagine having a personalized roadmap tailored towards your goals and the guidance to make it happen without feeling that overwhelmed. And if this is something that you seem like you're interested in, I'd love for you to join us. So click at drSimoneEllis.com. And if you're not quite ready for our coaching programs, why don't you check out some of my upcoming free webinars that are designed to help you achieve more work-life balance and take control of your freedom. For years, I gave everything to my career, my time, my health, my joy, and thinking that I could catch up later on life. But then I realized the world does not stop for us. I bodies keep the score, and the sacrifices we make today can cost us tomorrow, because life will not wait. And it is time to stop surviving and start truly living. You have already done the hard work, and now let's design a future where you thrive the healthy way. If you are ready to take the next steps on our Freedom Flight Plan, don't stop here. Check out video 5 strategic goals for every doctor must set for in 2025, where I break down actionable strategies to help you plan your exit and build your future. And make sure you watch my upcoming video, Overwhelmed, your 2025 game plan to get organized. I'm going to show you how to take control of your schedule and your life. If you also are enjoying this channel, don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss anything that I'm bringing to the table. Your journey to freedom and balance starts today.